Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Master League, and viewers. It's been interesting because we've had a slight change of schedule. Obviously, the schedule hasn't changed. I've changed what games are going to be on camera. So we actually did the Man United game off camera. It was 0-0, and we beat Arsenal 1-0. We drew Spurs 1-1. We beat Wolves 2-1 as well. So I think that was the last episode, 1-1 and 1-0. Then I played Man United off camera because we're going to play Liverpool, and then the derby game against Brighton I thought would be a better one to show. It's gone all right, to be honest. 0-0 with United, beating Arsenal 1-0, drawing with Tottenham 1-1, beating Wolves 2-1. It's not a bad little run. Unbeaten in 4 games. Yeah, because we lost to Stoke. We lost to Stoke. We know we lost to Stoke. We know we hate Stoke. That's fine. We can't do it on a cold, wet Wednesday night at Stoke. So, but yeah, Liverpool up next. Very interesting, actually. Barbosa is defiant. Crystal Palace FC are shaky ahead of time. No, we're not. We're unbeaten. Unbeaten in 4. Right, let's go and smash Liverpool, really, because there's not too much else to discuss. We're playing some good football. We're doing all right. We're getting a bit of understanding of this this formation, the 4-2-1-3 that we're going back to. Zinchenko not up for this at all. So, do we have another left back? Or no, Maitland-Niles is my backup left back. Okay, I guess it could be Mbabu, and then I wonder if do we get a bit more of a boost if we put Dodo back in? Yeah, we do. Okay, although Mbabu's knackered, but he's up for it, so we're going to play him. Shalov's up for it. Palacios is up for it as well. We'll give Camavinga a rest. Ferro's down. Let's bring Danzo in for his height. I think that should be good. Oh, they don't have Van Dijk. Oh, yeah, they've sold Van Dijk, didn't they, to PSG, I think. Got Florenzi, Tielemans, Diego Jota, Roberto Firmino, Salah, Origi on the bench, Demisi. I sort of feel like that's a back four we could get at. Matip and Luis Philippe won't be the best. Should start Shalov, but he's going to be on the bench for the super sub. We'll put Barbosa on the bench. We'll get Hulk on the bench as well. Lee Kang's a bit tired. He can have a rest. I think that's what we go for. 76 chemistry, or team spirit, sorry. Isn't the best, but I think that is what we go for. Does Hulk give us a bonus anywhere? No. Barbosa may give us a bonus. Barbosa's better than Martinelli, but I don't know where. We must be able to get an improvement here. So, yeah. Okay, no, that's not really worth it, is it? We might as well keep Guendouzi in there, to be honest. As long as I'm... so, people that won't be able to play in the Brighton game due to fitness will be Tapsoba and Palacios. But Ferro will be fully rested. So, it'll be technically against Brighton. It should be Ferro and Danzo at the back. Maybe Mbabu will need a rest. I sort of feel like I should be starting Shalov on an up blue. I know he's got a super sub, but I feel like we need to start Shalov. I feel like that's going to give us the best bet against Liverpool. Let's put them in their away kit if we have it. Do they have the white one? I don't have the white one. Okay, that's annoying. Is that? I don't want to put us in our away kit. It's either blue and red v light blue or blue and red v red. So probably light blue, I think, would make more sense. I don't know. We'll go for it. We'll be able to tell the difference. It's fine. Let's get into the game. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome back to the BBC, apparently, with the music in the background. It's Match of the Day. Match of the Day live. Here we go. Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Crystal Palace, 4 games unbeaten, on an unbeaten run so far. Can they keep it up against a very, very good Liverpool team? It's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting. And it's be up to Ruud Gullit's men to keep that going. But it's they're in good form. They're playing all right. Played some big games. Big game coming up against Brighton as well. In the whatever it is derby. I always get it wrong, so I'm not going to try and guess. M23 derby. A23 derby. Something like that. I guessed anyway. Shalov back in the starting lineup for this one. Guedes keeps his place at left wing. Eze captains the team. Let's get into the action. And if you're enjoying the series, keep giving it a like. Keep enjoying it. Keep giving some comments down below. I interact with every single comment that we get, eventually. I do admit that sometimes I'm a little bit slower, as Danzo has been caught on it by Salah straight away. As I was chatting, Salah shoots, and that is 1-0 Liverpool, 1 minute and 18 seconds in, and Danzo back in the team has had an absolute shocker. And Mo Salah, well, he takes the credit. What a terrible start then, as Danzo, the pass was put on, and then he took a very bad heavy touch on his left foot, and well, Mo Salah's never going to really miss those opportunities when you give it to him. And it's 1-0 Liverpool. And Crystal Palace have made this incredibly hard for themselves. Lafont really given no chance. I think Mo Salah from that sort of range, you're always going to expect him to score. Absolutely shocking start to the game. Right, Crystal Palace get it back underway. We know Liverpool are going to try and press as Danza has a little bit more of a secure touch on the ball there. So Crystal Palace really not making it easy for themselves. Guendouzi on the ball. He's got a plastic cover. He's given it away to Diego Jota as Firmino comes forward with it. Jota is there again. Danzo tries to make up for the error and win the ball back, but just can't do it. Tielemans signed from Leicester City over to Liverpool. Florenzi. Up it goes to Alexander-Arnold, who's robbed by Mbabu. Plays it up the line towards Goncalo Guedes, who has turned away from Mbappe. Matip. What am I talking about? Mbappe. And he's got the pace to get away from him. Goncalo Guedes fires it across, but Felipe is there. Did well to intercept the low cross. Good run from Guedes though, and that is the thing with Liverpool. This back four can be got at if Trent Alexander-Arnold pushes up too high like he did there. Dodo puts it across. Shalov meets the ball. Guendouzi tries to give it back into Shalov's pass, but an easy pick up for Alisson. And Liverpool are having a very good season thus far, but Crystal Palace have a pretty good record against Liverpool. As Shalov picks up this ball. Lays it off into the path of Dodo. Just stands up Dermisi and tries to create a little bit of pass. Palacios with a long-range shot, but it's blocked by the chest of Fabinho. Firmino now on the ball. Florenzi end-to-end already here at Selhurst Park in the early stages of this game. You'd think that Liverpool might sit back getting that early goal, but I don't think it's in Jurgen Klopp's nature. Tapsoba wins the header. Shalov tries to turn away from Fabinho and release Goncalo Guedes down the left. He's up against Matip again, and you just see the pace of Guedes against Matip. It's a one-sided race, but Matip flies into a tackle and, well, actually gets the ball very, very well. But he's sort of running himself around in circles now, and he goes back to Alisson, who completes the clearance. Roberto Firmino into Diego Jota, who is just double teamed there, and Eze takes the ball away. Goncalo Guedes tries to flick that into space to Shalov, and it's the pass has come off, and Shalov could be on goal here against Alisson. Shalov goes for the dink, and Alisson gets a very good, strong hand to it to keep it out. And we do know that Shalov loves a dink. He loves to do a dinky-dink lob, and, well, Alisson will match that one. Guendouzi all over Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's not having a good game at the moment. Shalov picks that ball up, tries to lay it back to Tapsoba, but Firmino reads the little layback. Jota into Salah, already has one goal on his plate today. Up against Mbabu. Tapsoba misses the ball, and Jota just hits him and goes behind for a goal kick. Frantic start to this game. Diego Jota coming forward for Liverpool once again, out to Mohamed Salah. He's, well, since his goal hasn't actually done very much. Mbabu's in a race for this one against Alexander-Arnold, and the young Englishman wins that race, and it is Trent Alexander giving Mbabu a bit of the run around. Florenzi into Firmino again. He can't quite turn and get a shot off as Danzo robs the ball, and once again Guedes is there for the outlet, but his pass is poor into Shalov, and Liverpool can retain possession. Alexander-Arnold all the way out to Dermisi. Dermisi into Tielemans. Liverpool have done well of keeping possession, as Firmino isn't going to be able to get on the end of that one. Guendouzi, Palacios just holding up the ball. He's settled in for this this second season since he's signed. He'd had a bit of a slow start at Crystal Palace, but Ruud Gullit integrated him slowly into the core set of the team, and now he's getting a bit more game time. Eze into Palacios again. Palacios into Shalov. Oh, I shouldn't have changed direction of my run. It was actually going to be straight to his feet. And Palacios gives that one away. And Alisson is there again, and Liverpool just defending just about well enough to stop Crystal Palace breaking through. Firmino turns away from Danzo. Salah is there, but Guendouzi, who has been an absolutely superb signing for Palace since they brought him in, he's made that defensive midfield space his own, so much so that Crystal Palace actually do lack cover for him in that position. And when he's missing, he is a big miss for the Eagles, as that's a great tackle from Alexander-Arnold, but he dallies on the ball and loses it. Shalov plays it against him for a throw-in in towards Eze. Terrible throw from the striker, and he gives it away, and he's given away a free kick as well. Yuri Tielemans on the ball, just on the edge of the Crystal Palace area. Tries to feed that one through. Tapsoba reads it. Goncalo Guedes started his run a little bit early to run away from the ball. Tielemans again into Firmino. Just standing off him, and it's a good save from Lafont in goal. Diego Jota puts that one back in. Tielemans won't miss from there. It's a wonderful cross from Diogo Jota. It's 2-0 Liverpool. And Crystal Palace just haven't quite been at the races today. As it's played in here. Firmino, who was defended quite well. Lafont with a good save. And Jota just put this one in. And there was, well, he was free. We're in the 6-yard box. Absolutely terrible defending. Terrible, terrible marking as Jota pinged this one back in. A lovely ball in. And Tielemans, just, if he had missed that, I'd have been shocked. And Babu comes forward using his pace. We've not seen too much of that today. Lays it in towards Shaloff, who turns. He gets away from his man, but it's just a good recovery from Filipe Luis. And again, it's just that little lack of cutting edge from Crystal Palace. They do have a very attacking bench today. As that's flicked inside. Shaloff tries to get it back into the path of Brunetta. But Filipe Luis is there again. Goncalo Guedes will pick up the knockdown from Shaloff. Guedes. He's got Guendouzi on the edge. Guendouzi. Into Brunetta. Brunetta holds up. Surely it's fouled there. Referee didn't get the ball. Just run straight into me and stop me holding it up. Unbelievable. Florenzi under pressure from Danzo. Tielemans. Salah out to Arnold. He had a chance to put Firmino in but didn't choose to do it. It went wide into Arnold. The ball comes in. Taps over. So he should win those all day as that goes out towards Palacios, but it's overhit. Crystal Palace playing themselves into a bit of trouble, to be honest. Tielemans. Florenzi. Out it goes to Dermizi. Dermizi puts it in and Dodo's managed to get back into position to clear it away. Eze up the line looking for Brunetta. Filipe Luis makes a tackle and then uses his body to stop Brunetta getting on the end of the ball. Salah plays it in. Florenzi. Florenzi's there. What a save from Lafont with his face. Should just call him LaFace. What a save that was. Filipe Luis did really well. It was played in here. Firmino, and it was left by, I think, Firmino actually, and Lafont has just hit him square in the noggin, and it's a wonderful save. He should be happy. He should be happy, son. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the resulting corner. He's going to fire that one in. He aims for Firmino. Tapsoba's there again. I mean, Danzo's made the error at the beginning, but really the centre-backs haven't made too many problems today. It was the midfielder tracking Tielemans that let them down. For Tielemans' goal, and then the first goal was Danzo, and that's the only real mistakes they've had as that one goes just past the post from Firmino. As Salah picked the ball up here, laid it off, nice little ball in from Alexander-Arnold, and Firmino couldn't direct it towards goal kick. And that is the half-time whistle. It's the 2 goals, Salah and Tielemans. Crystal Palace wasting a few opportunities. Let's see what Ruud Gullit has to say at half-time. So a double substitution by Ruud Gullit. Gabriel Barbosa replaces Brunetta. And it looks like he's going to partner Shaloff up front for this one. And the other change is Oxlade-Chamberlain on to replace Goncalo Guedes on the left-hand side. But it does look like in this second half, Crystal Palace is setting up with a back 3 of Danzo, Dodo and Tapsoba. So it'll be very interesting to see if this change of shape is going to help Ruud Gullit's men out in the second half. But it is Crystal Palace, the home team, 0, Liverpool 2. So Eze has picked up a bit more space in the middle here, and he's got Barbosa in front of him, but couldn't put that through. Dermisi gets it away really well, and it is going to be a bit more of a 3-on-3, you feel, at the back for Crystal Palace in this new shape, which could put them at risk as Diogo Jota's dancing his way round the Crystal Palace players. Chamberlain flicks that one up the line to Eze, just inside back to Chamberlain, just to play it around Fabinho, and you feel there is going to be more options here as Barbosa can't quite get on the end of that one. Not a bad idea, and it's going to be more attacking options for Crystal Palace, but they may well struggle in defence with the 3-on-3 that we've already spoke about. You feel like Guendouzi is going to need a very big performance in that holding midfield role as Tapsoba does well to win that one, but Fabinho keeps it alive, and as soon as one centre-back is pulled out of position, you could be in trouble. Dodo with a good defensive header. Eze into Guendouzi, tries to flick it out to Chamberlain, but just not enough. Tielemans on the ball for Liverpool. Out to Dermisi, who has had a pretty decent game at left-back. One of their new signings, Diogo Jota into Firmino. He's turned, and Salah's there. What a save from Lafont again. And it's going to be, what skill that is from Salah. That's a, oh my God, that's a wonderful goal. He's missed. He was offside anyway, but Salah has absolutely diddled me like nothing there. Great hit from Firmino off the bar, and Jota was offside, but put it past the post anyway. An hour gone. It definitely is a 3-5-2 for Crystal Palace now. And it's going to leave spaces open at the back as Joel Matip gets that all wrong. That's a terrible, terrible pass. Shaloff tries to flick it through into Chamberlain, but Alexander-Arnold tracked his run really well. I don't need to rush it, Dave. I don't need to rush it. What am I doing? We can have a bit of possession. I'm sort of playing into Liverpool's plan of quick, fast football. And they've got the players and probably the team spirit to do it, whereas we don't. Tielemans opens up the space to Alexander-Arnold and says, there you go, lad. Go and have a run at Chamberlain. He puts a cross in. Tapsoba read that one well. Chamberlain is there. And fire that one all the way up to Shalov. And Shalov has time to turn and move. Eze. Oh, it's such a shit pass. Excuse my language. Diego Jota. I try and keep my channel like non-adult language sometimes. the long-serving people of the channel will realise that's not always true. But yeah, I'm just rushing it a bit too much. There's Danzo out to Chamberlain. Chamberlain does see the run of Barbosa. Come on, Gabriel. Should be able to beat Matip to the ball. Alisson goes long. Palacios judges it well in the air. Eze tries to get there. Feeds that one up to Barbosa, who is still offside, and it remains 2-0. So final substitution, well, third substitution for Crystal Palace is Mbabu off and Maitland-Niles coming on to replace him on the right-hand side as the sort of wing-back, it would seem. Chamberlain into Eze round the corner to Shalov, who's just showing good strength to hold off Fabinho there, but Tielemans gave him a little bit of help in midfield, and they eventually get the ball back. Maitland-Niles at the substitute up towards Eze, can't get there, and oh, Eze stolen the ball off Matip, and he couldn't get his shot off because it wouldn't register my shoot, and I'm pretty sure even on the microphone there you'll hear me smashing the shoot button. That is frustrating. We've robbed Matip there. It would have been a way back into the game. Ah, oh, gutted. Absolutely gutted. Florenzi comes forward. I think I'm going to do a few tactical tweaks, and I'm going to do them now. And I think we're going to implement hold the width or whatever it's called. I should know what it is. I do videos on them. We're actually going to go short pass counter attack, and we're going to go hug the touchline. That's what I was looking for, just so that we can try and draw the midfielders and the centre-backs out from the middle as Barbosa's up against where he's never going to win that in the air. That was a stupid decision. We don't have a target man anymore. Matip, and give credit to Matip and Philippe Luis. They are giants of men, and they are very, very tall, and they should win all the headers as they go long. Dodo probably won't win that against Firmino. And Tapsoba does get there. Jota with a shot. Again, Tapsoba just about got there first, but Jota robbed him, and Lafont probably on for man of the match, in all honesty. That means he looks like he's going to try and launch this one long. Danzo is in there and defends it well. Dodo clears it away whilst trying to look for a pass to Eze, but didn't quite come off. Firmino, Florenzi, Chamberlain over the top into Dodo's got that covered. Lovely stuff. Eze. Great run from Barbosa and Shalov, who's kept that width. As you can see, that's what Ruud Gullit wanted. Shalov into Barbosa again, and it's just not enough. I think Crystal Palace are struggling with the amount of games they've had in short succession, and fitness is really taking its toll at the moment. They do have a small squad. It is something that has been flagged up as a potential issue throughout this season. Eze flicks that one really well into the path of Guendouzi, into Shalov. Shalov to Barbosa. Back to Shalov again. Shalov runs into Matip though. They just haven't been able to break through that back four that we thought would be vulnerable at the beginning of the game. That's surely a foul there. Yeah. Firmino on the edge of the box. Turns, shoots easy for Lafont that time. He's going to try and get Palace on some sort of a quick counter-attacking move, but Florenzi, who's moved into the centre of midfield, it looks like now, has done well to intercept that one. Tielemans under pressure from Guendouzi. Palacios out to Maitland-Niles. Has the run of Barbosa in front of it, ignores him. Shalov, nice back heel into the path of Eze. Eze just has to hold this one up. Surely a foul there, and it is. Could be a bit far out for a shot against someone like the likes of Alisson, but Fabinho picks up a yellow card. Doesn't seem very happy with it, but it looked like he caught Eze in the face as he just turned and held up the ball. And there it is. Yeah, just an arm to the face. Lucky, potentially lucky to only get a yellow card, but Eze stands over it as the resident free kick taker. What's he got in his locker? Eze. Up, down, curls it over the wall. Oh, Alisson, what a save. We knew it was going to be trouble to beat a keeper of Alisson's stature and technique from that range, but that turned out to be an absolutely wonderful hit and a wonderful save as well. As Eze lines up what to do with this free kick. Just got to beat Jota at the near post, but it hits the second man. Maitland-Niles has a bit of time and space as well. He tries to play that one across. That is a shocking pass. And once again, Barbosa is offside. He's born offside. He's like Filippo Inzaghi. Incredibly just offside all the time. Chamberlain on the ball. He sees the run of Barbosa, but just didn't put enough on the pass to get it over the last man and into that space. And it is tricky because you know that Alisson's going to come and sweep up everything he possibly can and make it as hard as possible for the balls over the top as that goes long. Tapsoba wins that one. Palacios into Eze. Eze up towards Shalov, who can turn, but again, Robertson, who's just come on at left back now. Really defending well, Liverpool. They're really getting the numbers back and stopping Crystal Palace playing. With 3 minutes to go, it looks like Crystal Palace aren't going to get their customary win over Liverpool. Oh, good ball through the gap for Diego Jota to find Robertson. Robertson puts it in. Tapsoba's back there covering well. Guendouzi out towards Chamberlain. Takes a touch and then passes the ball off. Palacios. Shalov back into Palacios, but it's just, again, that final little pass. I do think fatigue is playing its part, but the passes from Crystal Palace are poor. The little 5 to 10 yard passes have not been good today, as that's a race from Jota and Dodo, and Dodo hasn't given up the battle on this one. He's still playing well, but it's 2-0 Liverpool. Final score. Well, you have to say Lafont is Crystal Palace's best player today, and that's never a good thing when it's your goalkeeper. Quite outstanding performance from Liverpool, that one. They just had Crystal Palace's number. Next up, Brighton in the derby. And man of the match is Mo Salah for this one. Lafont given a pretty harsh 6.0 rating. Pez, sort your ratings out. So it drops us down to 10th, but we are only 3 points off 4th. So it's not drastic. It's still quite early days in the season. Only on to match day 12. We need a long break of fixtures because we are struggling for fitness, as it is the ye olde derby day, as Ruud Gullit takes his seat there. We'll just get a few pictures here because, you know, I like them from our background. Coming off the back of 2 consecutive losses. That's a lie. We drew with Man United. I have no concerns. Why would I say anything else? We're not worried. We're not worried at all. Ruud Gullit has no concerns. Derbies are special. They are special. And we've got a few new players in the scouts. And yeah, right, I'm going to go and sort out the team for Derby Day. And we'll be right back. Okay, so out of necessity, we're going to have to go for the 3-5-2 because Ferro is red down, Danzo is red down, and we do have Dodo and Babu that are in pretty decent form. So it's not the best. An 82 team spirit is pretty useful though. We've gone with pace of Shalov and power of Hulk up front. So Barbosa's on the bench, Martinelli's on the bench. Eze in behind, Guendouzi and Camavinga in the middle, I think is a very good partnership at the moment. Chamberlain on the right, Zinchenko on the left. Going to try and get Zinchenko's crossing on point today. That is the aim. We are going to play that hug the touchline again though, so that we get the wide players out wide. We also want let's go defensively. No, not defensively in there. Advanced instructions on defence. We want to tightly mark their one striker, and then we will actually get Tapsoba to do it because there shouldn't be too much else in terms of problems there. I don't know whether to just make it so that we have 2 holding. We're going to go 2 holding midfielders to start and see how that goes. So let's get into it then. And it's Derby Day. Derby Day once again. We should be in our white kit, I imagine. Yeah, there we go. And let's just have a quick look at their team again. I didn't really look at it. So Castellani goals 70 rated. 77, 72, 77, 74, 75. We should be able to get into that back 5 again. Proper Bissouma, McAllister, who I'm a big fan of, Gross and Mopé up front. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to strike fear into you, is there? So, right, I just need to go and change. I think we had a bit of stuttering on them, so I'm gonna just. I've got all the settings on high, because that's what I usually play when I'm offline when I'm not recording. But I think OBS struggles with it just a bit, so I'm gonna just play around with these, and then we'll be back for kickoff. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Amex Arena or Stadium, whatever it's called, for Brighton versus Crystal Palace in the derby game today. And there's the referees, there's the players in the tunnel. Eze keeps his spot as captain for this one. It should be a very interesting game with the teams coming out from the tunnel. We'll give you the lineups in just a second. As there's Hardwell, Bellis coming in for a bit of a rare start. Lamptey making a name for himself at right back, the young Englishman. And there are the Brighton fans in full force in the Amex. and it should be a very interesting game. So the handshakes are done, the team huddles are happening, and Brighton are in a good run of form. Crystal Palace were 4 games unbeaten, but coming off the back of that loss to Liverpool, a pretty hefty loss, 2-0. They lost at home to the Liverpool team. And there is the Brighton team in a 5-4-1 formation. Maupay is hoping to get their goals. McAllister, to keep an eye out for him, number 10. And Lamptey and Bernardo will surely be overlapping wing-backs in this formation. Crystal Palace, as the away team, also line up with a sort of 5-3-2. But it's more of a 3-5-2 in their case, with Dodo and Mbabu being very fast centre-backs alongside Tapsoba. Chamberlain comes in and Hulk gets a start up front next to Shalov. So we're ready to go at this one. Let's see how it all unfolds here at the Amex Arena. So Pascal Gross already just seeing that bit of space in behind Oxlade-Chamberlain, and he's got a bit of time. He flings a cross in, but those sorts of crosses are going to be night and day. Easy, you'd feel, for Tapsoba up against Niels Maupay. Now, the issue that Crystal Palace may have in this game is getting support up to the 2 strikers once they hold the ball up, as Mbabu wins that one. Eze tries to beat Davy Proper to the ball, but can't. Proper into McAllister. Bissouma under pressure from Guendouzi, who we've already mentioned in the previous game is so important to the way Crystal Palace play, holding that gap in front of the back 4. Dodo has his defensive duties there pretty well. Bissouma, lots of time and space on the edge of the box. He's trying to play a cheeky little 1-2 of McAllister, but that was cut off by Guendouzi. Pascal Gross on the edge gets a shot off, well blocked by Dodo. Shalov lays that one up to Hulk, who's getting a rare start since he's signed. We haven't seen too much of him. He lays that out to Zinchenko. Referee plays advantage. And Zinchenko in this attacking formation dodges away from Lamptey and wins the free kick. And Guendouzi is on it. It was a good bit of running from Zinchenko. And just that little touch there took him away from Lamptey. Definite free kick. That's a positive start for both teams, really, as Guendouzi's over this one. What's he got in the locker? Just tries to dink it in up towards Zinchenko. It's going to come out towards Chamberlain, who takes a heavy touch trying to bring that one down. And Maupay is a little bit isolated up there. McAllister gives him an option, and Brighton hold on to the ball. Eze's put a nice ball out to Dodo, who's got plenty of space. He's got to try and remember that he is actually a centre-back, though. So shouldn't be coming out of position too much. Chamberlain will give it back to him, just so that Crystal Palace can maintain possession. Eze, that's a terrible pass to Camavinga. What was that about? Pascal Gross now on the ball for Brighton. And both teams, after that frantic start, are looking a little bit fragile. But Chamberlain has got in behind here. Can he put a cross in? It's gone behind for a corner, so it was a good block there by Bernardo. Zinchenko is on it now. Zinchenko just looking to see if he can fire this one across, get it past McAllister into the box, and Shalov was attacking it. It's going to come to Chamberlain, who fancies a hit. Oh, not a bad effort from Oxlade-Chamberlain, to be fair. It was a good little effort, but it goes over the bar, 0-0. Oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain read that pass very, very well, but his touch was heavy. Great sliding tackle there from Webster. And Brighton, again, it's been an even game, but not in a good way. It's been an even game because both teams have been pretty much rubbish so far, as that crossfield ball is probably going to work quite a lot for Brighton today, with Dodo being back there. And Babu, the other standing centre-back, has been caught on the ball, and Niels Maupay's shot is saved well by Lafont, and what a difference he's made. Well, Guita was a good goalkeeper, but Lafont has made a difference, and Babu just caught on it here. It's a very good tackle from Maupay. First time hit, good save from Lafont. Pascal Gross with the corner for Brighton, swings that one in, and Babu is there to get his head on it. Hulk is on the ball, and he's got power and pace, we do know that. Tries to just tease a tackle out, but the old veteran Brazilian got that very, very wrong. Brighton are sliding into the tackles, and at the moment they're getting them right, but it's not going to be long until they get one of them wrong and give away a dangerous free kick and potentially pick up a yellow card. They are playing a dangerous game here. That's a good ball through into Davy Proper's path. He's got a bit too close to goal, and Lafont will pick that up after a good challenge from Tapsoba. Eze tries to spin it around the other way, but that's a really bad pass, and Maupay is there, so I couldn't get my words out, but Zinchenko will pick this one up. He's gone long looking for Shalov. Not too many long passes from Crystal Palace in this game, or this season. They have been trying to play a bit more of a slow pass possession game if they get it. If the counter-attack's on, they do launch into a counter-attack, but at the moment Ruud Gullit is favouring the sort of along the ground football. which may be a bit to their detriment, as Zinchenko's going to have to work hard to run back and get that one, and does. And Babu up to Guendouzi, who can flick it into Zinchenko's path. He sees Eze in a bit of space, and the attacking midfielder has picked up that space, and Hulk couldn't get on the ball. I'm annoying myself. I'm annoying myself with how bad my passes have been today. Sometimes you get these games on PES. Sometimes you think you're going to do everything like you do normally, and the passes just go awry, as Dodo is getting outpaced by Pascal Gross. That's surely wrong. McAllister has hit the bar. Did say before the game, got to keep an eye out for him, and we definitely didn't there, as Eze robbed the ball and then left it behind. Mopé. There he goes. Bissouma. Bissouma on the edge. Bissouma shoots, and it's past the post. It's all Brighton at the moment. I cannot get on board with this 3-5-2. I'm going to change it. Someone's going to have to go as an auxiliary sort of centre-back. There we go. So we're changing to a 4-3-1-2, and Babu and Tapsoba are going to be at the back. Dodo on the right, Zinchenko on the left, and everyone else pretty much stays as they are. I've just realised that's why Shalov was dropping so deep, because he's not set to centre forward. We want both of them staying up there. That's what we want. Right. 4-3-1-2. Let's see if I can get on board with that a little bit better, with Zinchenko and Dodo pushing up from full-back, meaning we still have the two centre-backs in space, and hopefully plenty of numbers in midfield as well. Eze into Hulk. Hulk tried to... Shalov was nearly in. He was nearly in. The problem with Hulk is I feel like all we need to do is get him through one-on-one, and he can just shoot so hard the keeper's not going to save it. But yeah, he's not been the best of signings, I'll admit. He sort of doesn't really fit into our ethos of the signings we've made for sort of pace and youth, as Zinchenko is going to get on this one. As well, Zinchenko's coming forward. He's can get round his man. Zinchenko just trying to trick his way into a crossing position, and he has got it back from David Plopper. In it goes towards Shalov. Shalov's beaten in the air, and Webster just about completes the clearance. And straight away, I feel so much more comfortable with four at the back. It's because I like to run with the fullbacks, and Dodo and Babbo are acting more like fullbacks than centre-backs. So, yeah, and then when they go long like that, we can pick it up and start our own little attacks, as Camavinga now comes forward with it. Camavinga sees the run of Hulk. Oh, it was so close again. So close. So the 3-5-2 was recommended in the comment section, and I've given it a go, and I've given it a go in 2 games, and I'd probably say I haven't got on board with either of those games. Eze lays that one off. Chamberlain up the line to Shalov. He can give it back into Eze. Eze sees the run of Hulk, but Hulk doesn't have the pace, and Veltman is there to cover. I'd say, to be fair, Brighton's back three probably don't have that much pace, but yeah, it's just it's not Hulk's game really, is it? Running in behind. Here is Hulk, and that's a good ball into Eze, who took a touch, surely fouled. He has been fouled. So I took a touch and did a first-time pass, and I think it confused the AI. Webster getting a talking to from the referee. You just see it here. It was a nice little touch actually from Eze. It's sort of through his legs, and then Webster just clatters him in the chest. A bit further out this one. Let's see if we can try something different maybe. Let me put this one into Eze's feet. It goes back towards Tapsoba. That's a bit of a waste, to be honest. Tapsoba. Oh, Tapsoba, what the hell? 0-0. Half time. I nearly did a very bad swear word there. We've only had one shot, but I feel so much more comfortable with 4 at the back. So we're going to keep it as it is. Go into the second half straight away, and hope that Crystal Palace can do something useful. I mean, it would be a bit rubbish if we go a whole episode without me scoring a goal. Let's be honest. That's a good ball through. McAllister has got the wrong side of Zinchenko, but the Ukrainian managed to just get back. Lamptey on the right. It's just being... yeah, good defending there from Zinchenko. Didn't dive in until he knew the cross was coming. Zinchenko again with some good defending. I think he's been a good buy, Zinchenko. He's a bit of a... there was a bit of a opposite of opinions in the comments when we bought him, as Chamberlain's done well there. I thought we might be able to just nick that one. Chamberlain has nicked this one now. Come on, Oxlade. Come on, the Ox. Keep going, son. You got so much space. They're backing off you. David Plopper's catching you up because you're really slow. Referee, it is a foul. I was going to say it's a tackle from behind. You can't do that in the modern game. Should be a yellow card. Should be a yellow card, ref. He's just going to talk to him. He's just going to talk to him. There are gameplay mods out there that you can use that actually make the referees a bit more realistic for cards. Chamberlain got knackered really quickly, but he did get the ball, but it was through the player, and it does give us an opportunity. Zinchenko's placed the ball down, but could this be Hulk's second goal of the season from a free kick? Hulk's over it. Could go over the bar. Too much power, I think. Too much power. I can't get Hulk in the game. Tapsoba again with another towering header. Hulk into Chamberlain. Chamberlain up to Shalov. Takes a good touch, and Brighton diving into those slide tackles as it goes back to Pascal Gross. Shalov will go and put some pressure on the ball. Webster all the way across to Veltman. Veltman out to Lamptey. Lamptey goes to McAllister. McAllister back to Basuma. Lamptey again. Brighton with a decent bit of possession, but Zinchenko again, who's probably been one of Crystal Palace's best players in this game. That's given away by Camavinga in a bad place. Pascal Gross comes forward. Shot from range. Blocked. Falls to Niels Maupay. Basuma over it. Keeper's ball. Comes out and gives it a punch. Lamptey knocks that one back down to Basuma. McAllister on the edges. Proba. Proba with a shot, and they've hit the bar. Oh my word. Bernardo on it. Bernardo swings that one in, and Babu can't quite get there. Proba heads it wide, and Brighton just stepping it up a gear. Dodo's robbed Bernardo really well, and he's got lots of space to run into here. As he's still going, tries to feed that into Hulk's path. My passing has been absolutely shocking today. It's been absolutely shocking. The little, like, 5-6 yard passes, I just have not been able to do them today. I know that is part of the thing with manuals. It does make those passes harder to do, but seriously, man, I'm not this bad a player. Maupay's there, and he scored. He's got in front of his man marker, and Neil Maupay has put Brighton 1-0 up. 63 minutes gone. And, I mean, it's probably the worst. If you're looking at XG, this would have one of the lowest XG out of the chances they've created. It was a good movement, a good finish. Tapsoba lost him, couldn't keep up. And Tao comes on to replace McAllister for Brighton. There's also a double substitution for Crystal Palace then as Hulk comes off. Disappointing game for him as Goncalo Guedes comes on and Oxlade-Chamberlain off for Brunetta. And, well, Crystal Palace have got it all to do as it's 1-0 to the home team, Brighton. And, well, Guendouzi's been given a bit of time to run in, space to run into here. Camavinga up against Basuma. Zinchenko lays that one into the substitute. Just come on, Goncalo Guedes, who does nothing there, but give the ball away incredibly easily. Gross and his teammate getting each other's way, but they managed to keep possession. Webster out to Bernardo, who we've not really seen too much of on this left-hand side. Webster. Up it goes towards Basuma. Tapsoba reads that one well. Has a man free in Goncalo Guedes. Up to Eze. Eze with a bit of time and space. He sees the run of Brunetta. Brunetta's in on goal, and Brunetta shoots. He had a little toe poke, and it was a good save from the keeper. And Crystal Palace can't be giving up chances like that too many times. That was a good move from Crystal Palace as Eze up against Propa for the header. Propa wins it. Guendouzi will bring this one down. Feeds it up towards Brunetta. Into Shalov. Tries to turn. Tries to feed it into Goncalo Guedes, but move breaks down yet again. It's all a little bit too intricate from Crystal Palace, you feel. Basuma on the ball. Tries to release Tao, the substitute, and Babu gets back there really well. And just keeps possession out to Dodo on the right, who is not going to keep that ball in because he's an idiot. So, substitution as well. Shalov off, Barbosa on. Brighton did one as well, but I have no idea who it was. I think it was Pascal Gross for somebody. But yeah, we need to go and get a goal here. So, another striker comes on. He does replace Shalov, but fresh legs up front in Barbosa. Zinchenko, it's a decent looking ball, but again, it's forced, isn't it? It's a long ball forced into the strikers. Eze, Brunetta looking towards Barbosa, but took a deflection. Propa brings it down, and again you've got to argue that Brighton defensively, the AI has been on point today. They have been on point. Tao tackled well by Camavinga. Those passes, I'm so scared to hold it down because it's going to be booming up the pitch that I just tap it and it's nowhere near enough. Yellow card for Camavinga, deserved, pulled him back. Don't need to watch it. So Eze off for Lee Kang in, and Palacios replaced the just booked Camavinga as well in central midfield. But a little tactical tweak as well to go to a bit of short possession. Short passing, counter-attacking as well. Lamptey's absolutely done me there with the little turn. Zinchenko looks to bring it away. Lee Kang in involved in the action. Feeds that pass up to Goncalo Guedes. Zinchenko. Palacios. Goes forward. Not too much happening in front of him. He picks out Brunetta. Flicks that round the corner to Barbosa again. It's those passes that I don't need to do that I'm rushing. I should be taking a touch and having some time on the ball. Guendouzi gets a foot in. Barbosa will pick up the loose ball. He's turned and away. That should be a foul. How is that not a foul? I've stopped and turned the ball that way. Unbelievable referee in that. Brighton doing a fantastic job of just keeping the ball and moving the Crystal Palace players around and making them chase shadows, but they do have it back now with Barbosa. Barbosa's on it. It's a sliding tackle again from Propo, getting nowhere near the ball. Zinchenko keeps that one in play. He's got Lee Kang-in the middle. Lee Kang-in has Guendouzi there as well. Guendouzi into Barbosa. Barbosa can hold it up, and Harwood Bellis just gets a foot in again. It's those last little feet in as Dodo gives it into Guendouzi. Lee Kang-in. Barbosa. Barbosa tackled once again from a flying tackle on the edge of the box, and you feel like Brighton are going to rue that in a minute, but Palacios could be in. Palacios shoots and he scores out of nothing. It's 1-1, and the central midfielder who's come on as a sub scores in the derby to make it 1-1, and it's Ezequiel Palacios out of absolutely nothing. Brighton looked in control here, and the substitute, I don't know his name, I think it's Zelschman or something, got robbed, and Palacios fires it past the keeper, and it's 1-1. Is that going to give Crystal Palace a chance in this game? He was robbed there in midfield by Palacios, and he had a free run at goal because Brighton were trying to get into their attacking shape. The transition was poor from Brighton, and it's a lovely finish from Palacios. It's 1-1 in the derby. Come on! So with about 2 minutes to go, Malumbe is coming forward. That's a lovely ball through to Tau in the box, but he's had to go back towards Lamptey up against Zinchenko, and Zinchenko has been marshalling him very well all game, and he's done it again. It's gone up towards Goncalo Guedes, in towards Barbosa. Barbosa turns back, holds off Solly March and tries to spread that out widely. Kane's got some running to do, but keeps it alive. Gives it back to Dodo. Back to Lee Kang-in, the Korean. Brunetta, good touch to bring that fizzed pass down. Guendouzi. Palacios. Guendouzi's fouled, so the referee's going to give the free kick. It's another yellow card. Neil Maupay this time gets it. And this, you feel, would be the last chance of the game. It's going to be Guendouzi to try and just flick this one into the box, and Brunetta's there. Flicks it on. Lee Kang-in couldn't quite get on the knockdown. And Solly March is there, and Brighton are under the cosh now. Harwood Bellis. Solly March into Webster. That will probably be the final part of the game. Veltman. Back to Harwood Bellis. Oh, Barbosa just couldn't quite get the interception, but it's 1-1. A late equaliser from Ezequiel Palacios gives Crystal Palace an away draw against Brighton. Not the best game, but we didn't go an episode without scoring. 4 shots, 2 on target is dreadful. The 3-5-2, I've tried it. I can't use it. I'm terrible with it. No, it's not happening. It's going to be a 4-1-2-2-1 or a 4-3-3 or a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-1-2, something like that, because I could not get on board with that 3-5-2. Still 3 points off 5th, so not too bad. We are still in the hunt for the European places, but luckily now we get a week off and we can come back and can play the Newcastle game with fresh players, which would be absolutely wonderful. So into the schedule, I'll do Newcastle, Chelsea, West Ham, all offline. Maybe we'll go all the way through to the transfer window, come back against Man City. Maybe we'll do that. We'll have a bit of a big stint away from the camera and come back against Manchester City, where hopefully we are fighting for a European place. So it'll be Man City and a bit of the transfer window in the next episode. But if you are enjoying it, apologies if some of the graphics was a bit stuttery in this episode. I do apologise for that. I'll have to play around with the system where I've been playing it offline and having trying to get a bit of practice in. Not that it shows. I've upped all the graphics so that I get the best immersive gameplay, because obviously the game doesn't stutter. It's only OBS that stutters. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and keep that subscriber count going up. We're nearly getting to 5,000. We've just gone over the 4,500 mark, which is absolutely brilliant. So thank you so much. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and for now, I'm out. Cheers.